This is the wall of my kitchen. And it wasn't until a smart comment and a little time on Skillshare that I was like, man, what if I use that to put special effects on in the background? I wonder how that would work. And then within a couple of videos, I was suddenly doing it all by myself. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Skillshare can make you into a YouTuber. What I will say is that if you are interested in learning new skills that you can use in a creative field, Skillshare is a good place to start. No amount of small thinking or big plans is out of the range of outcomes for this site. I started my YouTube channel while still working during COVID, just kind of fooling around, and within a year, I was suddenly a professional YouTuber. I am again not saying this because it is easy to repeat this outcome, but it's that type of let me just try attitude that I think is useful for pretty much anything you're trying to do. Start small, seek to master something, and then maybe the outcome will be way bigger than you ever planned. If you want to start that plan with Skillshare, the first 1,000 people to click the link and sign up in the description get 1 month of Skillshare free. I want to say thank you to Skillshare for supporting this video, and now let's get the video started. And that rapper is named Canibus.
Yo, when I say can I, you say bust. What? Can I bust? Can I bust? Yo, when I say can I, you say bust. What? Can I? What? Can I? Yo, I can kick a freestyle anytime you demand it. Brains high density and my memories expanded. Breaking sound barriers like the Lockheed. Even when knock knees, I run across rough terrain at Mach speed. Barefoot.
If you're like me, you're probably like, damn, Canibus, because you haven't thought about him in a long time. If you're one of those rare hardcore Canibus fans, you're hyped. And if you're a large chunk of my audience and people watching this for the first time, you're like, who? Canibus, aka Jermaine Williams, is a New York rapper who rose to fame in the late mid-90s due to his, at the time, never heard before lyrical wordplay and out there persona. It's hard to imagine now, but at a time where hip hop was at a crossroads after the death of Biggie and Tupac, Canibus was legitimately in the running for the next great rapper in the game. People, and by people I mean me, thought that he might be the person to pick up that mantle. That seems silly now, but it didn't at the time. And it seems silly because Canibus took numerous L's, including a lost beef with a hip hop legend, a poorly received debut album, and the emergence of better and more marketable artists with similar talents. The hype that surrounded Canibus in the mid-90s seems like a figment of my imagination now. It's as bad as a fall off can be, to be honest, but it's a really interesting story. Canibus was born Jermaine Williams in Jamaica, but grew up in the States. However, according to what I could find, his mother's career required him to constantly relocate, meaning that he spent time in the UK, Atlanta, Miami, Washington, D.C., and of course, New York. At around 13 is when Canibus...
How are you? Oh my god!
I am great. How are you?
Ah, me too, bro. Me too. Me too. Oh my. Help. Help, chat. Chat. Help.
Good to know.
Help. Chat, tell me. Give me an idea what to write.
What's your favorite meal? Good. I was testing you.
I'm so back, chat. I'm so fucking back, chat. I'm fucking back, chat.
On. Yes.
Nah, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Oh my god.
Question.
Nah. Nah, I can't do that. Nah. Nah, I don't think. Nah. Bro, if I'm getting banned.
to kill him.
What? Okay, I'm dead. Please stop. You win, please stop. I give up.
Wait, drinks then.
What the was this stream? What the actual was this stream? Yo, I don't know what happened tonight.
$20,000 leaderboard is live. Lobanica.com. You have two leaderboards. One is for $10,000 and the second one $20,000. So check out my website. You have giveaways. You have a lot of free stuff you can be part of, and you can compete every single month.
Guys, I'm gonna join, but I'm not gonna say anything.
No more bets.
Look, guys, you idiots. You
5 for the bank. 9 over. No more bets. And what about your behavior?
What might be?
2 cards. Yeah. I don't like this attention, guys. You did not want to ask the question in the first place.
She knows.
See how much attention I'm getting? I don't like it. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Don't leave now. No more bets. Come back to you.
Bro, what the f are you guys writing, bro?
Bro, we do live bonus hunts almost every night. Drop a slot in my chat, and you can get $300 if it hits. Twitch, Lobanjica.
Hello, Boba. How are you doing?
She watched the stream. She watched the stream. She watched the stream.
How are you doing?
She watched the stream. Chat, she watched the stream.
Something new for me?
Very, very good today. How about you? Lovely makeup.
Thank you, baby. I'm finals.
She's calling me baby.
I can bet.
Inviting my
What the fuck? Why is she talking like this? What the
Why you still cannot say who your favorite is?
favorite what?
I mean, a favorite dealer. I saw a stream yesterday, not full stream. Girl who asked you, you need to pick one. What did you say?
I don't remember this.
No, but well, I can remind you.
How cool.
You said it's so hard. It's for dealer insurance town. I don't know who is. Like, Sashka is nice, but Sashka is fun, yeah. But never mind, yes. Only one name. You mean, who is your favorite leader here? Yes, mister. Do you know answer?
Answer to what?
Tell me, who is your favorite leader?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. It's your answer. I'm done. Good game, Loba. Position. Which one? You destroyed me. Thank you, Loba. for your help. Thank you so much. Let's make a decision. Citizen Dealer has won. Go away. Yes, Lola. You are not my favorite player, but I never said I like you. Never said yes, but you, a few days ago, you said, "Oh, Sashka, I love you. You're my favorite player, like best of the best." And then when random leader asked you who is, tell me, yeah, who is, and you, I don't know.
Are you mad she's hotter than you?
I'm not. No, I'm mad because of you.
I even said you have a really nice personality. But she is more sexy. You are all the time mad at me. No fun.
Go away.
Go away.
Leave my table. I can help you.
You break up with me?
Look. 5. 4. 3. 2. Your decision. Well, but leave my table right now. Okay.
I left. Let's be friends.
No, Lopa, this all, like, I'm tired. I don't like this, let's say, a toxic friendship. I don't like it at all. Sure. Give me a few seconds.
Bro, wait, chat, wait, chat. Wait, chat.
Saska is going to kill me.
One more game with me or...
I would prefer Ilza because you are bullying me for no reason. She is going to kill me. Bro, but I want them to meet. Wait. She didn't even wait for her. Sashka is full tilt. She's laughing.
myself.
I think it's over between me and Sashka for real. Be careful if you see her around.
Don't scare me.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Bro, I'm serious.
I look like I only date white. I look like.
For me, it felt like a long time because I remember going to school and my dad. I remember going to school and going to my teachers and telling them, "Oh, I have 18 brothers and sisters," and they were like, they thought that was wild, you know. And like somehow I don't know how my parents found out, but somehow they found out. And I remember my mom just being like, "Why are you lying to them? You don't have 18 brothers and sisters," and she just kind of left it alone, you know. Like my family thought it was funny. But really, they didn't know that. It was because my dad was taking me to go see all these women. And I would just sleep in the living room while he would just go and have an affair. And seeing that was wild. It was, and my dad did it so much that in kindergarten, I remember seeing the guy that had a crush on me, and now somehow I'm at his house. And my dad is hanging out with his mom. And it was just weird. It was just like, wow, like I'm really seeing all these women, and like they all had kids, and like, but the dad was never around. It was It was different. And then on top of that, my dad was very abusive. He was very mind-fucking. I remember seeing him drag my mother with my baby sister in her hands. And he dragged her from the steps outside and just dragged her outside and was beating on her, and she was just crying, and I just couldn't remember why. I didn't understand why he did what he did, you know, and not understanding why my dad had so much anger. And like my dad would just beat us for no reason. It was dramatic. My dad just had really bad anger issues. And I just remember wanting to get away from him so bad. And I couldn't. You know, even though he would always threaten it, he'd be like, do you want me to sing back to North Carolina and go live with your mom? And I'm like, no. Because like, what am I gonna do there, you know? And then, I don't know, it was just weird. He was so controlling and so mind-fucking to the point where like, even when we moved to Washington State, I didn't even have a choice. Like he asked me, I remember it was on a Wednesday, right? And he asked me, he was like, so, you know, me and your mom are getting a divorce, and do you want to come move to Washington State with me? I was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. And then he was like, well, too bad. We already bought the plane ticket, and I'm not about to wait case money, so you're gonna move to Washington State. I'm like, okay. And then Friday, I was literally in a whole new household. I was the only black girl in my whole entire fucking school. That was weird. And then like I'm moving in with I don't want to call them these, but moving in with my stepsisters, and everything was just different. Then to get off the plane and see my dad kiss another woman, it was just everything was so different. Everything was just like this big like culture shock for no fucking reason. Like it was too much. And having to play family, and she didn't even like us. She didn't want us to be there. She only kept us there because our dad wanted us there. And it's like, well, I want my mom, and I couldn't have my mom. And I remember I wanted her so bad. No, thank you. I just remember that I wanted my mom so bad. I just wanted her so bad. And I couldn't have her. She was so far. Like I'm all the way in Washington State, and she's all the way in North Carolina, and I couldn't do anything about that. But we had to stay, and I had to deal with what we had to deal with, and it felt like it was like a Cinderella story. You know, where you have like they weren't evil. They didn't know any better. You know, I don't blame them. They didn't know any better, but they always got the better end of the stick than all of us. So it was just weird, like watching my dad like cater to someone else's kids than us, you know. And like he always treated them so nice, and would always just be like, why can't you be more like them? And it's like, I'm your kid. Why can't you just love me for who I am, you know? It was tough. It was tough. Like I'm in an abusive relationship, and I'm 16 years old in an abusive relationship, and he's super abusive. And then I am 4 years down the line, we're still together, and we have a kid together our last year. I decided, I'm like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Like he gives me an STD, and I gotta go. You know, he's sexually abusive, mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, just anything you can think of that's abusive, that motherfucker was it. He was abusive. And so I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. So then I get out of there, but like 2 months down the line, I lose my job. So I'm jobless, and I do not have a place to call my own. And so I'm like sleeping on a couch at my friend's grandma. Well, not a couch, there's a bed, but sleeping in her home. And I need some cash. My car broke down, and like I need money to fix it. So then I go and I meet with Ronnie, right? And found him on Backpage. Never heard of Backpage before. My best friend showed me that.
My bad, I'm about to get off for a second.